Jannik Sinner is still on top at the All England club. Sinner defeated Alexander Zverev of Germany in 4 sets Sunday to win the men's single title at Wimbledon for the second year in a row. This is the 5th Grand Slam title for the world number one. Charlie Eccleshare can show us how this was done. He joins us now. He's a senior tennis writer at The Athletic. Charlie, good morning and welcome. It's tough for these tennis champs to become champions, even more difficult to defend a title. How did Sinner do it?
Well, he served brilliantly throughout the fortnight. That was the shot that kept him in matches, even if he wasn't playing always to that absolute top level we've got used to with him. And then it kind of all came together against Novak Djokovic in the semi-finals. He found his forehand, his ground strokes were flowing. And then in the final yesterday against Alex Zverev, the serve again was key. The forehand, which had been a little bit shaky in the first set, really started to purr in around towards the end of the second, and then for much of the rest of the match. But it was also a great show of character. You know, he lost the first set and he was up against a player who was playing at pretty much their top level, and he dug deep, hung in there, and then eventually his sort of superior ability showed in the third and fourth sets.
Yeah, and the endurance you need to do well at this game. I mean, during that semi-final with Djokovic, you could see almost like a changing of the guard, right? The aging tennis star on his way out, the new young guy coming in. Where does all of this leave the top tier of men's tennis right now, do you think?
Well, I mean, Sinner is far and away the best player. But what was really interesting about yesterday was that if he hadn't won, he wouldn't have held any of the 4 Grand Slam titles, which is kind of impossible to believe because he's number one by thousands of points and he's won all the events at 1,000 level, which is the tier just below the Grand Slams. But he'd had a bit of a rough time at the majors. In Paris, for instance, he'd collapsed in the heat and lost his match there, almost had to pull out. So this was a big one for him, just to remind people that he is absolutely the world's best. And the big question is, when does Carlos Alcaraz come back? Because he is the one guy who can challenge Jannik Sinner. Without him, he's going to be a huge favourite Sinner for every tournament he enters.
Let me also ask you about what's happening on the women's side. 21-year-old Linda Nosková of the Czech Republic won on Saturday in a thrilling match there. Fill our viewers in on what happened.
Oh, I mean, it's exhausting to watch and reliving. It was torturous. I mean, Linda Nosková won the first set 6-2. She was 5-2 up in the second set, had 3 championship points, couldn't take them, served at 5-3, had another championship point, double faulted, got broken, had another championship point at 5-4, and Muchová served, couldn't take it. Muchová wins the set 7-5, having won 5 games in a row. Nosková is like fingers to her ears almost, just blocking out the crowd noise. She leaves the court and it looks like she's completely unraveling. You know, this is a 21-year-old in her first ever Grand Slam final, comes back, mentally resets and wins the decider 6-3. I mean, extraordinary. One of the best kind of mental resets I've ever seen. And from someone so young and relatively inexperienced, just, an unbelievable effort from her.
Very impressive. If she can do that during such a big moment, we can do it all in the morning getting ready for work, okay, when the world is too much. Charlie Eccleshare, great to chat with you this Monday. Thanks for being with us.